Hey guys, what's going on? Thank you for clicking on this video. So obviously you clicked on it because of the transmission job, right? So if you want to see that, it's right here. Fast forward to this because I don't want to waste your time. If you just want to see the transfer case fluid change, which is a bonus to this video, right here, and enjoy.
So guys, I screwed up. Kind of bad. So remember that last video, this one right here, where I did like a fluid change, but then I retitled it to like a transmission fluid change? Yeah, so I have never touched this transmission, ever, for like 160,000 miles. The fluid was fine. I don't know why I touched it. I might have an extra chromosome. Don't put that in the comments. Anyway, short story. Anyway, there's like 5 or 6 solenoids in there. 2 of them are not doing their job. It's shift timing solenoid A and shift timing solenoid B. B is doing its job. A is not doing its job. So that's why it's like kind of doing like limp mode and it's not shifting right. Anyway, instead of going to the dealer and spending $1 billion like the Snap-on truck, I went to eBay, got the shift timing solenoid A and shift timing solenoid B. I swap those solenoids out and it will shift normally. I'm pretty certain that's the issue because I got a coder, a scan. Wow, I cannot think today. A code reader, pulled up the code. It was that. Also makes sense. Did a bunch of research on it. And when you remove the previous transmission fluid, it's kind of like hydraulic fluid because it's on its own valve body, which is a picture of this right here. And that's kind of how it shifts through the solenoids because the solenoid's just like a plunger. It's like under hydraulic pressure. There must have been like a little bit of debris, like everything has. And the solenoid might have got clogged a little bit, so it doesn't want to move fully. So it's kind of acting retarded like a little bit. So yeah, I'm just going to replace them and pray to God, pray to Jesus that it works. I also have not done this yet. My transfer case fluid. This takes AutoTrack 2. AutoTrack 2 transfer case fluid. Surprisingly, it just takes 2 quarts. Haven't even touched it yet. That's probably going to be more simpler than a transmission. But anyway, all I got to do is drop the pan down. After I drop the pan down, we'll pop out those 2 solenoids carefully this time. Put the new ones in. Pray to Jesus it works. Put the pan back on. Tighten the plug up. Put the fluid back in. We're good to go because I'm a genius. I also don't like this right here. Hey, now you're down on my level. You see this broken light bar right here? That's for another video. See this green spray paint job? And this half broken step fender, whatever you would call that. Yeah, we're going to delete that. I'm going to delete that right there on both sides because it's broken and I don't really need it. And it's a pretty much suburban Yukon.
Introducing the all-new Yukon Suburban 2-in-1, best together.
Yukon, it's not that high off the ground. And I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. The plastic green. I'm just going to delete it too. I will keep the fog lights. They work. My goal is to put the light bar right there. So yeah. Alrighty, boys and girls. Check this out. Runner board delete. Ha ha ha. I'm trying to sound really excited, but I'm not. These are going to be so nice to have gone because I always trip over them. And yeah, I have a lot of expansion foam. Let me show you why. A lot of rust. So I'm trying to do some body work here. Obviously, I'm not going to cover up this big hole. But those patches over there, you see those 2 patches? Are my coolant heater lines because I have rear auxiliary heat. So I didn't want those to crack because I didn't want to go back and fix it and have a headache. So I said no to that. Anyway, this is pretty good looking so far, besides the rust. And it's getting late. I also have the other side done too. Check this out. Looks like a monster truck now, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely looks like a monster truck.
Cody is blind and autistic.
Like a unlifted monster truck. It's like that one monster truck that wants to be a monster truck, but it's not decided to be a monster truck because it's not lifted high enough. And I'm not putting a lift kit in this thing. But it is getting late. I will take care of the front plastic thing very soon. And yeah, subscribe. No way it says no. That's hot. 1 down, 2 to go. Milwaukee, sponsor me.
Meet the Milwaukee powered stiletto high heels, because sometimes you want to look good on the job site and still reach the ceiling.
They're the best. Oh, and also, before I go to bed, I make the next video tomorrow. You like my surfboards? Call me like Cody Maverick. Already got the blonde hair, I just need to grow it out. Got my surfboards right here. No, seriously though, this looks so much better. Those are such a pain. Yeah, they look so much better. And if you dare say they look ugly, you're just a hater, and that's okay. Well, not for me, but I would never understand. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Alright, so got the new drain pan because I'm going to reuse that fluid. And I'm going to drain the fluid and take the pan off and pop the solenoids out. Hopefully it's not the downshift solenoid too. Alright guys, so this is your shift linkage cable that, you know, when you shift in a drive, because this is a 4LE 4L60E, keep mixing it up, it's a 4L60E automatic transmission, and this is your shift linkage. So you see the little clip right there? You gotta pop that out, and then this kind of just like slides off. Like that. And then once you do that, you gotta pop that, you know, that little thing up, and then you can move this out of the way, and then you gotta bend that bracket out of the way, and then you can take the drain plug out. And we are salvaging that fluid because it's still good. And then we'll replace the 2 solenoids down here, solenoid A and solenoid B. Solenoid A is shift timing solenoid 1, 2, and then B is 2, 3. If I remember right, this should be right. So hopefully I don't have to touch the other ones. Pretty certain it's these, but I'm just learning as I go, guys. This is the best DIY mechanic you got. Subscribe. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like off. Obviously I showed you how to pop that off, the shifter, and this is the shift cable. Literally all you gotta do is, you know, take that pin up and out, and then there's, like, if you look right here, see these tabs right up here? Yeah, they're pushed up. So I just used a flathead screwdriver and, you know, pushed them down and wiggled it out. And this is recommended to get out of the way, because what you're gonna have to do now is you're gonna have to bend this bracket out of the way to this drive shaft, because the engineers really thought about that one, and then we can get to the draining of the fluid. Alright, so this is what I recommend too. Take out the dipstick so it doesn't get caught on anything, and make sure you clean it up so it doesn't get contaminated with anything. And yeah, check this out, guys. It's dipstick down. That looks really black. But when I put a light underneath it and I took a little shot, check that out. It's still red. It's like a really dark red. See what I'm saying? Here. I mean, that's still red, but like, look at that. Super black though, isn't it? I don't know, should I reuse it or not? Just looks super red. I like switched this out like probably 3 or 2 weeks ago. With the really bad, yeah, that looks really bad. Yeah. Alright guys, this is the reason why I hate doing these transmission jobs. You always have to bend the exhaust down just to get to the 4L60E transmission. I always hate doing these jobs, man. I always hate it. Such a headache. Alrighty, gearheads. Here's an update. Yeah, I know I'm not using my mic right now, but I am at O'Reilly's parking lot, and there's a ton of weird people around. But that is not why I'm here. I'm here because, here's a picture of the 3.2 downshift solenoid. The solenoid was fine. It just didn't work because the connection was not really connecting. Had power. I checked the ohms and the continuity on the lines, and I tested the solenoid. Solenoid's good, line's good. It's just the plastic little thing broke. So $50 later, and I got another one. I'm lucky to have this because they don't sell them off the shelf easily. Sometimes they have to order them from like, I don't know, like India or something like that. Anyway, look at this. Look how that thing should have like a little lip there, and it's broken right there. So anyway, I can finally put the transmission back together, and I can get on to that transfer case. I'm just praying to God that it will shift normally. And if it shifts normally, I'm going to do a poll for YouTube. Maybe in the next video or at the end of this video. Alrighty guys, so new solenoid tab. There's a thing that broke. And here is the old solenoid. This is what it looks like underneath the truck so far. Alrighty guys, so this is what it looks like underneath the truck right now. This is the seal right in here that you'd pound out and take out again. Obviously, you already saw that from the last video. We're not doing a fluid, change. We're just switching out the solenoids. Here's my TCC solenoid, torque clutch converter solenoid, plus the other one that's timed. We are not touching that. Here is the 3.2 downshift solenoid, and if you look a little bit carefully, there's a hole right here, and that's where that clip would go in. And it's also spring loaded right in here. You can feel spring. Over here, we have, if I remember right, A and B. So this would be our A solenoid and our B. So this would be our 1-2 shift solenoid and our 2-3 shift solenoid. Both of those were junk. If one of them was junk, pretty much both of them are junk. To switch them out, they're like $20, and it's a plunger, and it's gonna save you a hassle. The wire harness looks pretty good. And yeah, let's just get this solenoid in here and call it a good one, and then take it for a rip tonight. Alrighty guys, pay attention really closely. You should all have a multimeter, and you should definitely test the continuity and the ohms of resistance between the solenoid to see if it's a bad solenoid or a good solenoid you just bought. And you should be reading around 20 to 40 ohms. And when I touch the two prongs here, making sure you're not touching the other two right here. There we go. It's kind of hard to do this while holding my phone. Okay, there we go. Hang on one second. This is really difficult holding a phone and doing this. 26 point, oh, hang on.
Well, now it's 24. I am touching the plastic though too. There we go. 24.8 to 25 ohms. That's exactly where I want to be. That's exactly where you want to be. Obviously, I can't show you what that looks like on the multimeter because I can't hold the phone, but just test these two prongs in here. Make sure you got a good solenoid. Now what we're going to do is, push this in here. And now again, it's on spring loaded, so I'm going to have to hold one hand to push it in and shove this in that little slot I showed you. Sadly, I don't have a cameraman, so I can't really show you while I'm doing it, but I'll show you the aftermath. Alright guys, so check this out. Solenoid's in, plugged in perfectly, make sure I won't break it this time, and guess what? Clip is in. A little scratched here, but that's not going to do any damage. And yeah, now I just gotta, jack that up a little bit carefully without, damaging anything, and put the pan back on and get some bolts by hand started. And won't do that recorded though, because it's kind of a process. And then I will torque it all down. I think it's like 15 or probably 10 foot-pounds. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. I usually just go like 2, 3 ugga-duggas, like because I don't have a digital torque wrench. I will have one day. One day. So this is a redneck mechanic here for you. Also, guys, don't forget to make sure you clean up around the edges. I did put a new gasket. I'm not going to do another one. And also, don't forget your filter. Give it a good push and it should stay up there. Don't pinch any of the wires, and pray to Jesus when you put this on there, so you don't have to go back underneath there. Alrighty, boys. Check this out. So pull the shift cable back a little bit. Oh, let me get out of your light. See what I'm talking about. Okay, pull the shift cable back. Remember, there's prongs that go out, so you just have to push it through so it locks in. And then don't forget that clip. I used a screwdriver, just kind of pried it against this drive shaft and dropped it in and clip this in. Now I'm going to bend this bracket in a little bit and fill you up. Guys, just like that, some painstaking hours, some prayers, and a lot of unwanted stuff. The vehicle runs and runs great. It goes from first, second, third, all the way up to fourth in overdrive and back all the way down to first when I'm at a stoplight. So that is awesome. 3 solenoids that are bad. It was the 1-2 shift solenoid A, and then 2-3 shift solenoid B, and then the 3-2 downshift solenoid. So switch those out, make sure they're in there, make sure the panel is not pinching anything when I put it on. Put the shift cable back on, and it's rocking. Now I just gotta do my transfer case fluid, which I will make a part to that video on this video. But the next video you will see is I'm hearing a whining noise come from the engine, and I thought it was my water pump, but it's actually the compressor. So I'm gonna have to drain the refrigerant again. That I just did from the last video, putting this one right here that I just put the condenser in. So the condenser is good. It's just the compressor that pressurizes the refrigerant that cools you down because of cool air. I think the bearings or something is going bad on that. I was just listening for it and it was so that's not good. So I'm gonna have to drain it, purge it, and redo it again. So new compressor, new rear rotors because the rotors are cracked. That's not good. And then swap out the fluid for the transfer case. Stuff's doing good right now. Alrighty, guys. So next day, last thing we're doing, I had to get a special contraption. This is like a little hand pump that you would put on. So if you see the picture, that you would put on. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I got 2 quarts of AC Delco, Auto Track 2 transfer case fluid. I'm going to put that pump on there. So there's 2 plugs. You're going to do the fill plug first because you don't want to have that one seized and you drain the fluid, then you're screwed. So the fill plug first, take that one out. Then you're going to do the drain plug. Drain it all the way out till it drip dries. Then put the plug back in and fill it all the way up till it overflows just a little bit. So it should be pretty good. I'll show you how it goes. Alright guys, so this is what you want for a setup for your transfer case. You want to buy one of these $14 pumps.
you hand pump it, because there's no way physically at all for you to pour that bottle in there. And then check this out. Bottom hole is the drain one, and then you see the top hole right there, that's the fill plug. But always do the fill plug first. It's drip dry, so now I'm going to put this back in there. I'm going to tighten it down, and then we're going to pump that up and then tighten it down, and we'll be done.
Hey, thanks for watching my video. You might enjoy this one or this one. And remember, when you always go into a problem, no matter what it is, mechanically or anything, you can always accomplish it with your mind. The power of your mind. Peace.